Hey everyone, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching. So this is project number 7 of my 7-day Made to Surprise extravaganza. So this is the last video of this series. I will have a playlist here which will have all of the past ones in there if you've just found me and you're just joining today. Basically what I've done is I've just taken different mechanisms from my own collection and I've teamed them with really fun licenses that Craft Stash have. And I'm just going to go back through the ones that I've shared so far. So this was day 1. And this was my Flip and See with Chicken Run, Dawn of the Nugget. I then used my Magic Colour Slide. This is the 5x7 one. That was 5x7 as well. And this is using Festive Shaun the Sheep. You can see there when you pull the tab, you reveal your coloured image. I then used my pop-up bouquet dies with Sooty and Sweep. And I created this fun pop-up card. I then used my Fun at the Fair. And then I used the Magic Roundabout with the swing boat. Really cute, this one, very fun. My favourite one of the week is this one. This is the gorgeous RSPB Christmas collection with my display and stand die set. And then I also shared this one here, which is my 5x7 trifold, doubled up with the beautiful Salvation Army Perfect Christmas, I think this one was called, with that wonderful 3D star in the middle. This is just stunning. So you can find all of these tutorials in that playlist that I mentioned, and also in those individual videos you'll see playlists to more videos using those sets as well, so you can get a lot more inspiration. So to finish the week I'm using my slide and reveal die sets. I'm going to use the 5x7, but I'm using it with the contemporary Festivities. There's also the traditional Festivities collection by Creative Craft Products. You know, they're all going to work with this. This would work really nice as well with like this one. To be honest, it would work with all of them. You know, the sets are really versatile. I'd say the only one maybe is Fun at the Fair, but otherwise they will work with many. So you get here your washi, your ephemera and your paper pack. Paper pack is 8x8, 190 GSM. Really fun one, this one, with your pinks and your turquoise and teal colours. And again, the washi strips there. So what I've done is cut everything like I usually do. So I've got my main frame die here. All these dies will go through your standard machine as well. So I've cut this one twice and I've just used my construction glue to stick them together. So I've got a nice strong frame. Put that now to one side, I don't need that for the minute. Then this die here, you want to cut that twice and it will give you see here, we'll cut all these pieces out. I then cut it again, but just kind of focused on this side using the pattern paper, and you'll see I've just stuck that piece on there. And then this is the other one. So what you want to do with these is you're going to have one folded over, so the fold is on the right and it folds out, and its open end is on the left, and you've got your tab there on the back. And then this one you want to fold so that the fold is on the left and the open side is on the right. These are going to pull up and out like so, and then these are your slots to be able to have different things floating on them. So you want to have these two like so. What's going to happen is the frame is going to go around this, so it just gives you then a better understanding of the paper. So you might have a nice scene that you want to show here when the so when the doors close, it completes the scene. I've just made sure that I've got the presents kind of running through the middle there, the join, so they all kind of, so it meets and completes the picture there. You've then got your main die here. I've cut that twice, one in the pattern paper and one in the red. Again, stuck them together so it's nice and strong, and then you've got your back there to write your message. You want to cut 2 of this smaller one here, and that's these pieces here. One of them I've already prepared, but you want 2 of those. And then you want to cut this die twice and this die twice. This one here I like to use acetate. I actually haven't cut that one yet, so I'll be doing that one in a minute. If you use acetate, then the images inside will look like they're floating. Otherwise you can use cardstock and it still looks nice. So you can see the lovely papers that I've chosen. So with these 2 here, you want these smaller bars. So you'll have the 4, 2 and then 2 for this one, and then you'll have 2 of these. Pop them to one side for now. And then there'll be score lines on the edges of them, but I always like to just get my pokey tool. And what you want to do is wrap it. So rather than fold and burnish like that, you want there to be more of a nice kind of curve. So basically this is so this will make the track for this to slide through, okay? And you want to attach it like I've done here, but you want there to be a bit of a bounce with your strips there. Okay, you can see I've got a nice gap because again, this is going to go underneath. I'll just pop that one through like so, and you can see how freely that moves, and that's what you want. So I'm going to take one of these. It doesn't matter where you stick them, but make sure you do the same on both. It just makes it a bit easier then. So I come down about 1/2 inch. I'm just going to flip that over. Take my glue. I'm just using the quick grab glue here. And just add a little bit on there. Just fold that over, let that grab, like so. And then just bring that around. Again, add your glue, and then fold that one around. And then as it's drying, just kind of use something to just push down the glue, but also if you're just stretching it a little bit, you can see that I've got that nice bounce. So I'm going to repeat that again, coming down about 1/2 inch. Okay, so we've got those 2 pieces. Next you want to take these ones here, okay, and you're now going to stick each one behind where the pattern paper is. So I'm going to use my construction glue now because it's going to make it nice and strong. Just sit that one behind, and then again popping it behind that one there. Also, another thing to make sure is that you've got the orientation of these the same on both sides. You can have them that way. There's no reason, you know, why you can't have 2 things hanging from the top. But if you do, make sure it's the same on both sides. I'm going to keep mine this way. I'm only going to have one, I think, and it's going to be a sentiment running through the middle bar. Next, you want these 2 pieces, and you'll need the frame as well. And you want to slide it through so that the finger pull is facing out on the edge there, okay? And you're going to, again, just wrap these round. Don't burnish them. You want them to wrap around, okay? And bring them right up to the very edge there, okay? Right to the edge, just push it right out. You don't have to add all of this. The reason why there's these pieces here is to stop the doors, these popping out. They can easily just pop through these pieces, but by adding this kind of locking system behind, it stops that happening. Okay, so once you've got them in place, you're going to stick your frame right down and line it up with the corner, like so. And just let that dry. Don't be tempted to try it yet until that glue's completely dry. So whilst that's doing its thing, I'm going to pop this one through again. Just make sure the finger pull is facing towards the edge there. And then again, just wrap that around. Folded side is facing in. Folded side there is facing in. Just slide this one under. Again, keep the tabs pushed right to the corner. Again, add my glue and then attach the frame. You want to make sure it all joins in the middle, which it should do if you're lining it all up okay. I've stuck this down a couple of different ways actually, because I'm just thinking I've done it before where I stuck the doors onto this first. This time I've stuck it onto the frame first, but it really doesn't matter. So now bring it all in, and you're going to add your glue down each of these little tabs. So that one, and then this one. Keep the doors right in the middle so they're butted up, and then you're going to line the whole thing up with that back piece. Like I said, check out the other videos because you might find the other way easy, but this is just as easy, to be honest. So just whatever works best, as long as everything is concealed behind this piece, then you know it's all in the right place. So I'm just going to leave that all for a minute, and I'm going to die cut this one with some acetate. Okay, so next you can do a test. So pull the sides, and you want them to be able to slide out really nicely. See, they're really smooth, but they lock in. They don't come out any further. And then you'll see how it displays. So with your piece of acetate here, you can cut up to 4 of these if you want. Depends how much you want. I've done some where I've really filled all of the inside. Others I've just done quite simple, which I want to do with this one. So when you cut your kind of bars, I guess, fold the little squares. There'll be little score lines. You only need to do it one end, but just fold it in. Hopefully you can see there what I've done, and then you'll be able to slide it through one of those slots from one end, bring it right across. It will stop because you've not folded the other end. Bring it through to the same one on the opposite side, and then open it up, and now that is in there, it's stuck, and you've got that piece to be able to stick whatever you want to. I launched this with an under the water theme collection, so I had dolphins and whales, different fish all floating, and it looked really nice with the sea themed kind of backgrounds. Another little thing, if you want to be able to open it, I guess maybe a bit easily, because sometimes when I decorate this I can end up covering my finger pulls. I've just cut myself 2 1-inch square circles, and you can just stick them just behind, And they actually look quite nice. You could stamp little arrows on them if you wanted to. So I'm going to just add a little glue onto there, and I'm just going to stick it so it just hides just behind the frame there, and it's in the middle. And again, I think this is a Sizzix cardstock. It was the one that matched really well with that kind of lime green in the pattern paper there. But yeah, I think it's a Sizzix one from their multi-packs. Okay, so I did have a little play around with the layout before when I was planning everything, and I think I want to have the car on the front. You can have anything stuck on the frame on the front as long as it doesn't stick onto the doors. So I thought the car would look nice. And then I think I'm going to have a Holly Jolly Christmas on the bar inside. It will, obviously, me showing you like this, it's going to keep wanting to close, but when it's upright, it displays itself really nicely. But I think I'm going to, yeah, have that sentiment floating. I thought that looked quite nice. And then I was going to decorate the frame. The key with what you stick down, you want to stick the smallest amount of whatever it is onto the acetate. So, for example, you don't just want to put a piece of tape all along there and then stick it down, because it might not close. So just a little bit of tape, and I'm just going to pop it in the middle. And with anything like this, when you stick something down, just test it, check it closes, and things like this you can always reposition quite easily. So I'm just going to just hover that over, make sure this is open up the most it would. That looks about right. Oh, and now I can just test. So that isn't going to work. So I'm going to keep this in the video because I think it's a good example. You've only got, when that card's flat, you've only got the space that's between those two slots. So this tag is actually, so this sentiment tag is actually too big for that area. So I'm going to have to now try something different. So again, easy to take it off. So maybe I could do the circle with the pudding. Still want to have the car, have the other pudding there as well. Just want to make sure. Oh, I've got do not open. Mind you, you kind of want that on the front, maybe at the top there. There are a lot more ephemera in this pack as well. I have used this on quite a few projects, so don't think this is all you get. You do get quite a lot more. So the letter from Santa's nice, and that is a little bit shorter. So that one might actually work. I quite like the letter from Santa. A little house there. Season's greetings. Sentiments always look nice along the top or the bottom, but I like them actually like stamped onto the frame. So I think we'll do that one. So I'm going to pop this on high speed now and have a little play around. But just like I said, bear in mind what you stick down. It has to be able to fit every time you close it. Okay, so that is the finished card. I ended up popping the joy with the wreath in the middle because I thought the poinsettia tied in nicely there. Added another present and the heart. And yeah, just displays really nicely. And like I said, all that space on the back, and it all folds down. It will go into a 5x7 envelope, but if you add the edges, then obviously you're going to have to make a custom envelope. So I'm just going to bring all the others back in again. I have thoroughly enjoyed making all of this and doing this week. It's been really nice for me to revisit them and use different things with them. And then we've got, of course, the big showstopper one here as well. I will have a playlist, like I said, of all of these ones, and it will just be up here. So head over there if you want to watch back some of these other ones that you might have missed. You'll also be able to find all of the product by clicking just here. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you click here, and that way you won't miss out on any future videos. But yeah, thank you again as always, and I'll be back again very soon. Bye.